Hey guys, this review's more back with their quick kitchen review. This is on a particular item from the Amazon Basics line. It's their premium kitchen knife set. This is an 18-piece set, and as always, if you find the review helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. Alright, the price of these knives tends to sit around $55 plus tax, so you're looking at maybe 60 bucks-ish, depending on when you purchase it, and the price does go up and down depending on the time of year and the specials they run. You're seeing the wood block there currently. It's good. One thing I like about it is the Amazon Basics logo is set in a way that you would have that facing the wall. So if you don't want the Amazon Basics logo visible, you just turn it away and the knife block basically presents the knives more effectively. Alright, now other than the knife block itself, you also have an 8-inch chef's knife, 7-inch Santoku knife, 8-inch slicing knife, an 8-inch bread knife, a 5.5-inch utility knife, a 6-inch boning knife, a 3.5-inch paring knife, 8 4.5-inch steak knives. They're partially serrated and partially clean edge, an 8-inch set of kitchen shears, an 8-inch sharpener, and obviously the rubber wood storage block with the little rubber feet on it. They are they are hand wash only. Don't wash them in the machine and only use a mild detergent on them. I would highly recommend this. Most even cheaper knife sets nowadays don't have that on there just because they can have rust spots and you don't have to deal with a deep cleaning or even using steel wool to keep them perfectly clean. This will keep them nice and lasting a long time. Overall, I'm really impressed with it. I'm going to, in the description on this video, I'll put in the weights on the various blades. That way you can have an idea what's going on as far as the weight that's being used. They're stainless steel. They are, the only interesting thing I had about them was that they are apparently have a special process where they micro serrate them. Basically, each knife has itty bitty teeny tiny serrations in them, and that keeps the edge sharp without actually needing formal sharpening with like a sharpening stone. So basically use that honing steel, and that's all you'll ever need to use because of this micro serrating of the blade. I can't see it, but it sounds a lot like what the company Cutco does, but probably it's a cheaper version of it. I wouldn't rely on it too much. I'm probably going to be sharpening these as they get used. Other than that, they're also very nice. If you're worried about the Amazon Basics label, none of the blades actually have them on the label. It's only on that wood block. So if you don't want people to see it say Amazon Basics on your knife, so you're worried about that, you will not see that. They are all very, very sharp. My only real gripe is with the steak knives. I don't prefer serrated steak knives. I prefer clean blades as opposed to them being serrated with teeth. It just makes for easier cutting, in my opinion. And also the scissors that come with them, what I call them chicken shears, because that's all I use. I usually use them for cutting up chicken bones, that kind of stuff, and you'll see me demonstrate that later on. But essentially, they are they're the standard Amazon Basics kitchen shear. Like if you go and look for Amazon Basics kitchen shears when you go to Amazon, it's those. They're like $5. I've actually broken a set before already, so they are not the best kitchen shears in the world. They're not heavy. They're too much plastic, and where the metal ends on the actual shear blades, it's not far enough into where the handle is, so if you squeeze too hard, they will snap. And even when you're going to see me use the actual kitchen shears on just some chicken wings, because that's basically how I tested them out, they do kind of struggle, so just be ready for that. You might just want to replace them with a better set of kitchen shears. Now, the knives themselves are wonderful. They are wonderfully sharp, and you're going to see towards the end of the video a testing with the chef's blade, actually using the chef's blade on a set of chicken wings, and it just sliced through them like butter. You can't see the micro serrated edges that they describe in the listing, so I can't comment on that, and really I'm going to have to do a follow-up on these knives in probably about 6 months. It'll be under ideal conditions. They will always be hand washed. They will never touch a dishwasher or soak in a sink. And that's going to be my personal journey, trying to keep my family from doing that, as well as myself, and being self-disciplined. But that'll be the goal. So in 6 months, seeing after basically relative daily use on these knives, how things are going with them. But just right off the bat, I did a previous video for knives within the same price range that were from just the Pioneer Woman set. These are much nicer. They're much heavier. They're much sharper as well. They feel thick. The blades feel thicker. They feel higher quality. They just feel better in just about every way. Again, the one exception would actually be the kitchen shears, because the kitchen shears that came with the set I reviewed a few weeks ago were actually better in my opinion. But they are very, very sharp. They are a brushed finish, so all the knives look kind of like they've been kind of brushed, like a brushed nickel kind of finish, but it's stainless steel obviously. So that's what you're looking at. And overall, very happy with it for 60 bucks with tax. Not a bad deal at all in my opinion. The riveting on them looks high quality. It doesn't look like there's any gaps. The blades, the handles, everything looks even and well balanced. The knives feel good in the hand. Also, I don't know how many of y'all ever had to deal with this, but on very cheap knives, the backs of the knife blade, if you push down with your finger on them, I've actually cut my finger on the back of the knives because they're just basically cut steel. These, I believe, based on just how they feel, have been rounded off a little bit, so you don't have that. But it's just one of those little extra things of quality. They're not forged, as best as I can tell. They're not advertised as being forged blades. These appear to be cut, stamped out blades. So you're not getting a pair of 18-piece set of Hinkle's knives here. This is a starter set. This is a basic set, but it's a high quality basic set in my opinion, just based on the weight and just how well it's done cleaning. And here we go with the chicken test, and this is going to be using the kitchen shears. You'll just see that it does kind of struggle. They are not the best shears in the world, and that's mainly because the metal part of the shears do not extend far enough into the handle, which means as you're squeezing with your thumb and your index finger, as you close the shears down, that plastic starts to bend, and eventually that plastic is going to break. I mean, it does work for the time being, but I would just, honestly, I'd replace the kitchen shears first. If you're ever replacing them out, then just get a better set. And that's about all I have to add with this review, guys. Thank you for watching, and the remainder of this video is going to be testing this out with the actual chef's blade. So thanks again. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you found this helpful, and have a great day.